Um, Hopefully this works all right. Basically, what I'm going to do is to have a look at some of the homework and assignment tasks that you have done, and yeah, I'm going to do some kind of like live commenting on it, just talk about them a bit, show them, and yeah, and you can also, if you want to ask any questions, I think you can type in the chat panel on the side and I can see them. If you type them in English, I can read them. Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and start. So the first week's assignment was basically to take a famous painter or kind of a minimalist, minimalist painter's design and either copy it or use it as a inspiration to make a processing sketch. So it looks like I've got a whole bunch of assignments here to have a look at. So yeah, it looked like everyone did a really good job and was able to reproduce something or make something that was in the style that of the reference painters that I sent. It was really interesting to see. Hopefully for you, it was really interesting to think about how these kind of painters would originally have thought about these patterns, because for you, using processing, you have commands to draw rectangles, ellipses, lines, etc. But for them, back in the 1930s, they were thinking about it in a different way. It was very cutting edge and new to think about painting just a square on a screen. And in a way, now it's kind of come back, and yeah, it's become like we're using things like processing to do the same kind of thing. So yeah, anyway, I'll start having a look at some of these homework tasks that you've done and just make some comments on them and give you some feedback. So let's have a look at this one by 777. So I'll just hit run. Well, actually, first I'll just comment a bit about the code structure. So this is nice. It's all grouped. It's assumingly it's grouped together into different sections. So it's kind of nice how you've got these like blocks of code that are doing different things. So I'll just click run and let's see what this looks like. Oh, nice. So I've got this kind of like pattern here. Yeah. So that's cool. We've got like squares, some different shapes. I can see using begin shape, end shape, fill, rectangle, line, etc. Yeah, so that's really nice. That's kind of like exactly what I was looking for you to do. I'm not sure if this is an exact copy of an actual painting, or if this is one that's kind of like an inspiration of. But either way, it's fine. It's like really nice to see. Okay, so let's have a look at another one. Let's try this one. So let's have a look at Anne's painting, or processing sketch rather. Oh yeah, this one's I really like this one. It's a really interesting kind of design and pattern, and I'm not sure if this looks like something that someone's kind of the student has made themselves, but I really like it. It's like kind of a nice form and nice structure to the image. And also using things like alpha transparency is quite nice. You can see the circle here, you can kind of see through it, see behind. Yeah, it's really nice. Like visually, it's like very, very striking, and also the colors are really great. Like it's a really nice color palette, and you kind of got these like contrasted areas of light and dark. Yeah, it's really good. I'll just have a look at the code. So we've got, as before, you can see we've kind of grouped together some of the commands, which is really nice to kind of, I guess it makes it easier for you to go back later, and you can, if we comment out a section like this and just see what happens, and you kind of like, if I bring it back up on the screen, there's a section missing, but yeah, it's nice. One thing maybe that would be useful is to put some actual comments in. I'm not even sure if I'd taught you comments after the first week, but just something like some little description like this, like top left shapes, just something like that to explain to yourself later. not a big deal, but like just yeah, something that you can think about for future, future programs that you write. But yeah, this is good. Yeah, there's lots of stuff in here. It must have taken quite a while. But yeah, no, that's really nice. I'll kind of keep moving on and have a look at some of the others. So ban. And what have we got here? Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's nice. It's almost like it looks kind of three-dimensional in a way, but it's yeah, it's obviously drawn in 2D, and yeah, it's nice. A nice pattern. It's kind of almost like a square, and like a three-dimensional square inside of a flat square. Yes, let's see what you've done here in the code. Oh, cool. So yeah, this is a little bit more advanced. You've used rotate and translate, which are kind of two commands interesting to use. So basically, yeah, I'm not sure if you don't know can't quite remember what translate does. It basically moves the drawing point. So in this way, kind of moved across and then rotated the square to make this kind of rotated square. And yeah, it's really nice. And also using the push matrix and pop matrix. So these are things that I don't think I've actually explained in the class yet, but you've obviously gone and looked up the reference document on the processing site, which is really cool. The push matrix and pop matrix are kind of a way of containing in these translate and rotate commands, because basically once you use these, then everything will be rotated now by quarter pi divide 3. But if you use a push matrix and pop matrix, it's a way of like containing that that rotation within a certain place. But I'll explain that more in the 3D lesson, which is coming up quite soon. I think either next week or the following week. But yeah, that one's really nice as well. Very minimalist kind of color pattern that I like though. Yeah, that's good. So keep looking. What else we got? Try this one. Yeah, this one's really nice. It's very kind of I don't know, like Mondrian-esque or Kandinsky-esque. Nice use of this kind of alpha transparency with the lines, and I guess I can kind of see you've probably had to think a bit about what order things have been drawn in, just to make sure things were overlapping in the correct way. Yeah, I guess these kind of paintings really lend themselves, are very easy to do in processing. I find it quite amazing that these painters came up with these ideas well before, in the 1930s, a long time before people, were doing computer graphics or anything like that. But yeah, this one looks great. It's like a lot of code in there to draw all that, which is really cool. And use that kind of the primary color scheme, the red, yellow, blue, and the white and black kind of, which are like the elemental kind of primary colors. So it's nice. I like it. Okay, so keep going. Try this one. I liked this one because I'm not sure if this was intentional. I kind of hope it was, but when you start it, you'll notice it kind of fades in, in a way. You haven't used a background command, so it's really nice. I like that. It kind of it's almost like the painting's appearing, and it's really cool. It's slowly, it's really nice. Yeah, it's great. I really like that. We could do something like this, put in a key press command and do a background. So kind of reset it as well. So yeah, it appears, and I press spacebar, and then it reappears again. But yeah, that's a really nice use of the alpha transparency. I can see you've given them all a alpha channel with 9, so kind of a low number so that it fades in. But yeah, really nice work. I like that one. Also, just because it makes it interactive in a way, also animated in a way, which wasn't part of the brief. So, but I really like it. So we've got a Mondrian variation. Let's have a look at this one. Oh yeah, this is this is great. There's like a lot of yeah, this is really amazing actually. All the shapes in here, and I think I checked before you were using Bezier curves and things. Yeah, it's really cool. Must have taken quite a long time to do. It's really impressive. Like it's a lot of yeah, a lot of different curves and things, different shapes. Yeah, that one's great. Yeah, nice work. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of these because we only have a certain amount of time, and I want to talk about the week 2 homework as well, there's a little bit more to talk about, but I've just got a few that I just kind of randomly selected, which kind of represented a wide range of what you had done. So let's have a look at this one. This is nice. I like this kind of it's almost like an envelope or a piece of paper that's folded over. So yeah, like it's, it's quite it's all it is just some rectangles and then with some colored rectangles, but you can make some really nice compositions with the work with processing. It's interesting, just the past few I've been looking at now, the different styles that people have made and different things that people have done. It's quite cool. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, Jerry, let's see. Yeah, this one, I like the colors of this one. The pattern's nice as well, but I really like the color palette. Very bright and, I don't know, kind of this like neon, kind of 80s style neon color palette is really nice. And yeah, also the composition as well, all of the different overlapping shapes and the kind of, I can see here you've drawn a circle or ellipse with a kind of one of them. Yeah, I think this one here maybe an ellipse with a kind of transparent color, so it kind of affects what's underneath of it, which is really nice. Like you can see here how it's like a purplish color or something, and it kind of affects. You can see the difference between the two sections here. But yeah, anyway, it's like a really nice effect, and I like the form of this, I guess you could say, the way the shapes have been arranged and the use of kind of these like non-filled triangle shapes and stuff. It's really cool. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, next one. So this one looks like just looking at the code, I'm guessing it's going to be lots of squares and rectangles. But okay, yep. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's cool. That's like a kind of a, I'm not sure, like you feel like you're being drawn into the middle, like visually. It's kind of got this almost like a target or something, or like an infinite field, a vanishing point. That's nice. So yeah, I'm just looking at the code here. So yeah, you've drawn each one individually. That's cool. I'm not sure. I think in one of the future lessons, I'm not sure if you've actually done this lesson yet, but I show you how to make something very similar using a for loop, which this is really good, but in the future lesson you'll see how you can do something like this with a lot less lines of code. And yeah, I agree, let's have an online exhibition. We should make up a little website to show off all the work, maybe even a blog or something. I'll have a think about that, because yeah, there's some really nice stuff in here. I was really impressed actually. I haven't even got to the week 2 stuff yet, which I was even more impressed with. But yeah, I'll keep moving along. So let's see, Henry. I think, what was this one? Yeah, this is great. Like, just like I really love kind of it reminded me of kind of pixel art, like 80s video game style. I really like all the squares and also the colors. The color scheme's really nice. Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly the comments are here, but it's nice that you've used some comments to explain some things in your code, I'm guessing. There's red. But that's good. And then I'm not sure exactly how you've done this, but it's kind of got a nice effect of almost like there's layers to it, like almost like a black layer and a red layer and a white layer that are kind of interwoven or like overlapping. But yeah, it's really great. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, week 1 jam. Let's see. Yeah, this is. I just like the color of this one. It's kind of. This one would be great. You could kind of extend this later to make it interactive. You know, if it followed the mouse around, would be really nice. But yeah, it's a nice shape and form. Okay, small square. All right. So yeah, you're commenting the different squares and stuff from the previous one. Yeah, cool. So yeah, I just like the way that they kind of layer up. This one goes from kind of lighter to darker, and it's just a nice effect. It's like a nice little composition. Yeah. So yeah, this one. Yeah, this is really cool. I love this artist whose name I can't pronounce properly. But it's really nice use of form and color and everything, and it's great that you've been able to reproduce it. You can see this is one thing as well, I guess I haven't shown you yet, but you've obviously picked up on, is to use the you can use the hexadecimal colors, and you can just paste these directly into background or fill or stroke. So in the color selector, remember before we were selecting colors like this, and then we were just using the RGB, but you can also use this hex color value, which is often which is quite often what is used in HTML and web-based stuff. So that's nice. You've obviously maybe had some experience with web stuff before, but yeah, I really love this. And yeah, it's like, I don't know, it almost looks like a sculpture, and there's like something hanging, and it's got this like weight and certain, like, I don't know, physical presence to it. But yeah, it's really really nice. Really like this one. Almost looks like a machine or something that's like pulling up. So I'll just go through one more because there's quite a lot, and I want to get on to the second, the week 2 ones to talk about. But let's have a look at this one. Yeah, so this one is nice, just like circles, black and white circles and squares. But what I was impressed with was to see the use of for loops. So I guess this is something I kind of cover in future. I covered after week 1, but but you've obviously gone and used the for loops in an interesting way, because you could individually have drawn these and it would be a lot of lines of code, but you've kind of condensed it down by simplified it using for loops. So I guess you're drawing a row of circles. So yeah, that's really nice. It's a good use of for loops and drawing, etc. This line's, so like with this line, you could even simplify this line even more by doing this. If you just do plus equals, it's exactly the same as writing that. This isn't wrong at all, but like this is just another way of doing it. It's generally the way people do this kind of thing when they're coding. But yeah, I really like this one, and the use of, mostly for the use of for loops, but also the way it looks. It's kind of nice. Has almost like a circuit board or something. So anyway, like, I was very impressed with all of the week 1 homework and slash assignment tasks. I think you all did a really nice job, and I was really impressed. I'll kind of go through the week 2 homework. These ones I guess you'd kind of learned a bit more stuff by this point, so they were a lot more complicated, and they're interactive as well, which is kind of a bit more fun to show on the screen. So let's have a look at Alan's. So if I click run, I've got this kind of nice undersea theme. I guess the task for that week's homework was to make an underwater scene and use images and make it interactive in some way. So you've got it interactive with the mouse. So the fish, kind of, you can control the up and down, the vertical position of the fish, and also I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but this fish, the orange fish, gets larger and gets more fat as he gets closer to the bottom. I'm not sure if that's intentional, but it's nice regardless. It's cool. It's like skinny fish at the top, fat fish at the bottom. But yeah, it's cool, and you got lots of different And you've got actually, I like the way the grass is like a separate layer, or the underwater plants, so the fish can kind of hide behind it from the crab or the shell or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, it's really nice. So here we have ants. Oh yeah, I like this one's really nice. Like, again, the different layers. Like, you've got some rocks here, and the fish can kind of hide behind the rocks, and then you've got the background of the diver and the different fish kind of moving independently on their own. But the thing I really like about this one is that it's interactive. You can move the mouse around, but it's not like direct. It has like a nice gentle movement to it. I guess you probably, because I'm the one controlling it, I can feel it better than what you can see on the screen. But it's not like a directly like click here, move here, the fish goes there. It's like they kind of follow, but they kind of have their own movement to it. So it's nice. It just has a nice feel. I'll just have a look in the code what you've done here. So yeah, you've loaded all the fish in this objects and things to the screen, and then you're drawing the background and drawing some things, and then I guess these are the fish that are moving independently, just kind of swimming off, and then they're getting to the end, and then they're repositioning back to the start, which is nice. And then yeah, this is cool. So you've used some kind of easing or targeting kind of code, like tracking. So if I move my mouse up here really quickly, the fish kind of follows slowly but not instantly, which is really nice. So this adds a nice feel to the program. It makes it like it makes it less like a, I don't know, it makes it feel a bit more alive, a bit more real life, softer movement and things like that. So that's, yeah, this one's really good. Let's see what else you've done. Yeah, it's more similar stuff, like with the fish going off to the end and then coming back. So yeah, that one's really great. Oh, and you got some keyboard stuff. So if I press L, oh yeah, I can move the diver now. So left, right, and I guess up, and then down. Oh, that's cool. So the diver can like explore the ocean. So if I move them down, I can maybe see if I can chase after the fish. That's cool. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, so yeah, that one's great. It's a really nice work. So yeah, well done, Anne. Oh yeah, cool. So we've got, this fish is following the screen, which is nice. We've got some bubbles flying up, but also it's nice how the color changes. So you can see as the fish goes down the screen, it gets more green. Yeah, it's really nice, and the bubbles are cool as well. I guess you've used. Oh, what have you done here? Oh, you've made a bubble class. That's really cool. So that's very advanced. That's nice. You've made a bubble object. So probably for a lot of you won't have seen this yet, but I will cover it in one of the upcoming lessons. But what they've done here is made each one of these bubbles is like a separate object that has its own special code. So it's moving up. The Y-pause is going up, so the bubbles are going up, and then once they get off the screen, they're returning to the bottom. So yeah, that's really nice. And you've used a tint, I'm guessing, for the fish somewhere, or a fill. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's cool. I like the color. The color effect really adds to it. I think it's like as the fish goes down, it kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's what the fish would see, how the color of the water changing as it's going down. But yeah, that's another really nice one. So let's check out this one. Oh yeah, nice. So we've got a shark chase. That's cool. So every time I'm clicking, in case you can't tell, every time I click the mouse, the shark and fish are moving. So basically the shark's chasing the fish, and they go off the screen and come back. So yeah, it's really cool. We've also got some fish moving around on their own at the bottom. Yeah, that's nice. So we got Blue Planet. Someone. This is probably, hopefully, well, inspired by the TV show maybe, but yeah, we've got this fish here underwater, swimming around, and then I think once, yeah, basically I'm clicking to put the fish in a new spot, but if I click off the screen, it won't go above the water, basically, which is nice. It's gone very small. It's disappearing. But yeah, that's nice. You're using kind of like a click and drag effect, which is good. Like rather than just the fish moving with the mouse, you have to click it and then move it around, which is cool. And you've got some fish and seahorse and things moving at different speeds, so that's great. So now we have Henry. Oh yeah, I like this one. I saw this one before, so it's nice. It's like a little bit more cartoonish. I'm not sure if you drew these yourself or took them from the internet somewhere, but regardless, it's nice because it's like a cartoonish feel and they all kind of match together. It's really cute. So I like this little squid. How it's like very kind of cute and cartoonish, swimming around. Also, I think you've got some nice effects here with how the turtle here, how it kind of does a little bit of the movement's not like directly just going straight across and going back. It's like the fish kind of move around in more of a natural, fluid way, which is nice. I'll have a look at there's a stingray. Cool. I'll just have a look at how you've done this. So alright, yeah, so you're using sine and radians, and yeah, that's cool. This is some stuff I'll go through again. I'll go through this in some future lessons, but I really like the way you've used that in the movement of the turtle. Just because it adds, like I was explaining before with the fish moving, like kind of being targeted by the mouse, like it adds a bit more of a natural feel to it. So it's like, yeah, just feels a bit more like cartoonish. And then there's we got down here a little shell that's kind of trying to get off the ground but can't. That's cool. I'm guessing this one here is setting the that's just adding some randomness to it. That's nice. Yeah, so these are all the bubbles, I'm assuming, and then yeah, really nice. Yeah, this one's great. I really enjoyed the look of it, especially just the the kind of cartoonish feel. But yeah, well done. Jing. Let's see this one. This one looks like it's got some sound. So if I turn up my speakers, hopefully you can hear the bubbling. It's taking a minute to load, and oh yeah, cool. Got this guy underwater swimming around. That's nice. Yeah, it's really cool. It's good you've used the sound because that's kind of... I'll just stop it so you can hear. It's nice you've got the sound because, you know, like it adds something more to the program. It's really cool. I think one thing though, maybe just check. It seems to take a while to load. I'll just turn the sound off. I think one thing. So it's really good. I think just my only feedback would be I think the images are a little bit large. Yeah. So say like crab. They're really large in size. If I look at the 2,248 pixels by 1618. So yeah, I think you could actually and the screen itself is kind of the screen itself isn't that our screen's only 800 by 600. So if you wanted to, you could make these just smaller, like the image files, which is like that's just my only like it's really good. It's just my feedback just to make it run a bit faster. You can just see here, this is just one thing you've got to be mindful of in processing when you start importing images. If like they're really big and then you load them in, and if you have a lot of them, it'll start to slow down a bit. But no, it's like it's really nice though. I like that you've used sound a lot. And also there's a dolphin. If I hit A, there's a dolphin sound. Let's have a look at that. Just wait for it to load and then I'll press. Alright, there's the dolphin sound. Cool. Nice. Yeah, cool, nice work. So I'll keep moving along. Next one. Oh, looks like there's lots of images here. Oh yeah, okay, so I've got the diver underwater. It's looking happy. Giving the OK signal, swimming with the fishes, and then if I... Oh yeah, nice. So if I go above, then they're diving down, and then if I go down, then they're underwater. It's cool. I think there's a bit more down here, but my screen resolution's a bit small with the streaming to try to see it all, but it's nice. Lots of bubbles and stuff. You've used an image for the bubbles, which is cool. They look like very kind of realistic. And I like the day and the kind of the day and night, or the like up and down kind of effect with the fish and the sky and everything. Let's have a look at the code here. So yeah, you've got lots of like mouse, checking the mouse position and moving things based on the mouse. Yeah, cool. I'd almost suggest... Yeah, one thing maybe I would suggest though is generally you don't want to use load image in the draw loop. See, this is inside of draw. You want to use, like you've loaded them here. Yeah, like it's fine. You could maybe... so I can see what you've done here. You're basically saying once I think you're loading the... This is the dolphin image. You could probably put these to load commands up here in the setup, because basically what would happen is every time it's drawing, it's reloading the dolphin image, which is like taking up kind of processing power, which kind of makes the program run a little bit slower. But no, it's other than that, it's really nice. You've done a good job. And then, oh yeah, these ones are cool. I missed that the first time. The little square, kind of robot-looking whale things. It's cool. Alright, Walter. Processing's loading yet. Click run. I think it's taking a minute to load. Oh yeah, cool, we got SpongeBob. Oh, that's nice how he flips direction depending on which way he's going. That's really cool. These are the jellyfish fields. He's chasing after jellyfish. Nice. That's cool. Oh yeah, I see now. The jellyfish goes up and down, but SpongeBob can't quite catch him. That's cool. Let's have a look what you've done here. So, oh yeah, this is nice. This is quite neat and tidy, which is good. You know, like you've grouped all the images together and in one definition, which is nice. And same with the positions, and like lots of comments. That's good. This is like very neat, tidy code. It's easy to read. I can see I can kind of understand exactly what's going on without reading every single line of code, which is kind of exactly why you want to use comments. Yeah, so this is the section, I guess. Yeah, you've got the right and the left, and it's flipping it depending if it's depending on which way the mouse is moving. So if it's moving to the right, then flip to display the right jellyfish image. If it's going to the left, display the left jellyfish image. And this is saving the last position of the mouse, so we can compare it to the new position. So that's really cool. That's like more of an advanced thing. So it's really nice to see that already in like the second week's homework task. That's really good. Well done. Here we go, under the water. So oh yeah, this is a nice. This is always useful to have a little README or some little instructions at the top of the code, just explaining what it does or what to do. So move the mouse to move Nemo. Oh, hang on. So let me restart processing. So just one thing while that's loading. This is fine, like I'm sure it all runs, but generally when you have all your images and stuff, you want to put those in a folder called data. Just so you have your .pde files with the code in it at like one level, and then you have a folder called data with all your images and sounds and things. That's just a little thing, but it's just kind of generally a good thing to do to keep everything a little bit organized. So I'll go back to the code now. So yeah, let's run this and see how it goes. Oh yeah, so we have Nemo here moving around, and then some fish, other fish swimming around, and then what did it say in the instructions? Click mouse will change the image of Nemo. I can increase the speed of the bubbles. Oh yeah, so I'm pressing the up key and the bubbles are going faster now. And now if I'm pressing the down key, the bubbles are going slower. So that's nice, using some mouse keyboard interaction. And oh yeah, if I'm clicking the mouse now, and Nemo, when I'm holding down the mouse, Nemo switches direction. So that's nice. I can kind of go and say hello to the shark, hello, and then run away really quickly. It's cool. Yeah. So yeah, this is nice, creating the fish as an object. Yeah, it's good to see some of you using classes already, which is great already in week 2. That's kind of very I'm going to cover that in later lessons. I'm impressed you've done that already, and even doing some layers and stuff. So this is even more advanced. It's very cool. I won't explain this now, because I'll go through that in a future lesson with the whole class. But yeah, this seems like there's lots of stuff lots of work that's gone into this. This is nice. Yeah, cool. Very nice work. So I've just got a few more to go through. We've got Popo. So I don't know what these comments say because I don't have the right font installed, but I'm sure they're very useful. So we've got another, is this, I think, SpongeBob inspired one. Oh yeah, cool. Under the sea. We got this guy ice skating, and we've got SpongeBob chasing him around. We've got some bubbles floating up, so that's nice. Let's have a look at the code. So yeah, loading in all the images, and then yeah, drawing Balpo at the mouse position, and then the jelly, and then yeah, it's cool. And you've got an update function. This is a good idea. So this is a good idea sometimes in your code. You can have all the drawing stuff in the draw loop, then make a separate function. In this case, you've called it update, and then put all the stuff that's like calculating position. Oh, I can use the key. Which key? Key press list. Just looking. So any key maybe? Which key? Key pressed. Oh, W. Here we go. Oh yeah, I see now. It's moving up the. There's a bit of a delay with the stream and the text, so I only see it like a few seconds after. I get it now. I can move it around. Cool. So you'd have like a 2-player version. Someone could control SpongeBob with the mouse, and someone could control the jellyfish with the keyboard. Nice. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Oh yeah, I got some eggs. They're jumping, and then I'm guessing these are GIFs probably. Oh no, PNGs. Oh, you have a couple. You have like a broken egg one and a non-broken. So like, okay, I get it. I can click on the mouse, or move the. If I'm near the egg, when it goes past, it'll break. Oh, that's cool. It's like a bit fun and playful. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so that's another good one. Keep going along. Other ones I got here. So I got sketch underscore 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 underscore. It's a great name. Oh yeah, cool. But like yin and yang, but it's like they're like kind of dolphin. That's cool. I like this. I like the visual style of it. It's really neat. And if I press the key, oh yeah, it kind of hides the background. That's cool. Nice one. Oh, and it prints just the key in the console there. See this print line. Ooh, nice. So, deep sea. Oh yeah, cool. I like this effect, this kind of silhouette of these sharks kind of swimming towards the center of the deep abyss. It's really nice. If I click the mouse, it resets the size of the bubbles, I see. Yeah, so these kind of grow in size, and if I click, they go back to their original. I like it, it's nice. You've used like a mixture of images and shapes. I'm guessing that's some circles, some ellipses, or maybe they're just images. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it's an image, but yeah, it's cool. We've used the like transparent PNGs and stuff and overlaid them in a nice way. So yeah, it's another good one. All right, let's have a look at the final one for today. Under the sea. Oh yeah, cool. So as I'm moving the mouse down, it's like changing the color of the background. Oh no, as I'm moving left to right, it's changing the color of the background, so that's nice. Oh yeah, and then this jellyfish kind of comes out of the bottom up to the top. I like the kind of cartoonish feel, the kind of abstract. It's like very designy. It's nice. Like, yeah, it's cool. Let's have a look at the code. So, yeah, you're loading in a bunch of images. The background here's setting the color. So using both the X and Y to change the color. So that's nice. Just makes it a little bit more like alive and fun. You know, once you start moving around, things start changing. Yeah, like a game. And then if I press A, changes the alpha of something. Where is that being used? Ah, so for the bubbles. I see. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, very nice work. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's great. I'm really impressed with everything you've all done. It's really interesting. I mean, I didn't go through all of them just because of the amount of time, but yeah, everything I've seen, I've been really impressed with, and it's really cool to see after just you know, like even after week 1, what you were able to make, and then week 2, you know, you've already started to get some really nice interactive stuff happening. Yeah, and to kind of keep, you know, make the things move on the screen, changing the colors, nice use of kind of like the visual elements on the screen. So yeah, overall, well done. I'm very, very proud. It's like really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what you make for the following weeks. I think that's kind of it for today. If anyone has any questions, just quickly post them on the side here in the chat window, and I can answer. Otherwise, I think maybe that's kind of it for today. Um, yeah, there's some interesting. I'm quite looking forward to the sound based homework tasks. That'll be fun to see what you can come up with that. Um, yeah, so I guess if no one's got any specific questions, I think we'll wrap up for today. And yeah, good luck with your work for this week. And yeah, it's been really interesting to see these. And it's been fun kind of just like doing this live and talking, and some of them I'd seen already, but then some of them I just intentionally didn't look at, and then before, just to see them now and give you my reaction straight away. So hopefully it's been helpful for you to see that, and hopefully you're enjoying the class as well. It's been fun putting together all the content, so looking forward to the rest of it. Yeah, so unless there's any questions, I think that's probably it for today. And yeah, and thank you, Paul, as well. You'll be hearing from me during the week in the lesson, and we'll do probably more of these sessions in the coming weeks. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you later.